Okay, so we have a new One Piece chapter, and luckily, no break next week, so we get a new chapter next week as well. I was worried about it being a break in between, but anyway, this was dense. This was a dense one. I feel like it wasn't like a lot of big revelations, but there was like a lot of little details that I feel like are very important. So I figured, hey, I'll just go scroll through the chapter, and as I go, scroll through, give my thoughts. I read it last night. There's some stuff in this that I'll get to that I think I kind of wanna read the official translation when it drops on Sunday, to sort of get a better sense of what they're going for. But for now, I read this on MangaPen, and now I'm going to go through the TCB translation. I don't know if they're the same or not. So yeah, let's dive right in. Did we see Yamato at like why couldn't we see? I get it's a cover story, but why couldn't we see a little bit of Yamato and Who's Who fighting? I feel like that would have been really cool. Who's Who isn't even in this shot, is he? Unless the figure in the top left is intended to be Who's Who. I don't think so though. Yeah, I wonder what happened there. Maybe they'll clarify next time. But I just love how big my son Yamato is, like compared to all the girls. And I love how they're like all fawning over him. I love him. I love him to death. Anyway, let's get into the actual chapter. It seems like for a little while, Ripley and Frankie are just completely unaware of anything happening at all that's happening around them. They're just kind of like still wandering around the tree. I guess they're like on a high enough level that the stuff that's happening on that level isn't really like hearable or seeable to them. But it's very interesting. So we see this, they encounter this facility that no one knows the purpose of, and they say, and it seems like, Vegapunk and Bonnie are there chilling. I love seeing Bonnie happy. It still just makes me so incredibly happy to see after everything she's been through. So what does she say? It's been here for at least 3,000 years. So that's 2,000, it's like what, 2,200, 2,300 years, 2,300 years more than like 3,000 is such a big number, and that's one of the things I'm interested to see what number they give. If they give the same number, not in the official translation, because that's such a massive number. Like that's 2,000 something years more than the Void Century. If they would have said 1,000 years, I would have been like, okay, that's like makes sense. But yeah, it seems like a very. So this is definitely like, this is it seems like the ruins of a futuristic building, and it reminds me a lot of the like kind of futuristic building shape that we saw in the mural. So I'm interested to see if it's the same kind of facility that was like being portrayed in the mural. But so let's keep going. Then of course they see, they finally see the creatures, that oh my god, I'm totally blanking out his name. The Kieran guy, Quillingham, yeah. Summoning, they finally counter it. I love the idea that Dory and Broggy are like a lot of the giant elders are busy just fucking puking for like just barfing from fucking drinking so much. Like I love it. I love that Colin and like some of the Straw Hats are going off on like this little which Straw Hats go with him. It's Brooke. I love like these little like subdivisions of Straw Hats that they're like sending out throughout this arc. Like I feel like at first I was like, oh, why did they did this split and then they like brought them back together so quickly? Why did they do that? But now I'm understanding that like this whole arc is just going to be little splits constantly. Like it seems like there's been so many already. So this is Nami, Jinbei, Usopp, and Brooke going on the little boat with Colin, which I love. I love that Colin's getting some spotlight, So it seems that the Giants now all know that the intruder looks like Shanks. One of the intruders looks like Shanks, so that's interesting. I thought that was going to be something that was going to cause confusion later, but it seems like now, like all the Elder Giants are aware, like, okay, we have an intruder that we're dealing with that looks like Shanks. So it's interesting to get that out in the open. Okay, what else did I want to... So we cut back to Gunko, and she's listening to music in like the modern ass headphones, and it's Gunko's first post-meal ritual. It's nice having a hobby. What is your favorite song? She says New World. So here's my thing. at first I was like, oh, she's listening to Brooke. That's a funny bit. But then, like, because like Brooke sings a song about the New World when he was like doing that concert, like at Return to Subodhi. But then, if it was New World, they would all understand that she's referring to like the New World of the Grand Line, section of the Grand Line, and instead, what's his name? Sommers, is that his name? Right, Sommers. Instead, he says you got a problem with the current one, which leads me to believe this is a translation thing. And here's what I wonder: if that's the case, is she listening to New Genesis by Uta? Is this a canonization? I always thought Gunko and Uta had similar vibes anyway, with like the sleeves and everything. So I wonder if she's just a Uta stan, and this is like a canonization. Like, I wonder, I don't know if they'll ever address this game, but like I wonder if this like little throwaway thing. I'm interested to see what they say New World or New Genesis in the Viz official translation, because does this canonize Film Red? And if so, there's a lot of issues there, because there's a lot of things in Film Red that contradict active canon, which leads me to always think it's like, a non-canon piece. But that would be crazy, because Film Red is my favorite One Piece movie, and I love it to death. And I always thought it could have been like modified slightly and been an arc in the main series. So that would be insane if she's like listening to Uta and that's canonized. Anyway, it seems like Saul is figuring out some sort of like little solution here, trying to figure out solutions. Yes, he's out of line. If I could stop the rest one by one, but then the monster interferes, so he's not able to. But it's nice to see, like that's disgusting. Who could do such a thing to a child? Like Robin, like is really, like I love when she like you see her like compassionate, caring side. She has so much depth to her character, Also, I love this little like giant girl that has like the little horns and like the scary. Like, it's so adorable. I just noticed that design right now. Okay, so then Dory and Broggy finally show up. Just when things are going to shit, like the monsters like closing in on the town, Dory and Broggy show up with they got Gaban, right? Yeah. Which interesting, because I thought they were implying that Gaban was going to be like hidden until the end of the arc. But it seems like he's becoming an active presence now. He's joining the story. So yeah, I think that's kind of all the thoughts. A lot of little things, not a lot of like big revelations, other than the lab and like Gunko and stuff, but like a lot of little things that I wanted to point out, which is why I did like sort of just a scan through of the chapter as I went. But yeah, no skip, no break next week, and color spread color spread to celebrate the anime's return. I might pick up the anime. I'm not going to do videos on the episode, so I might pick up the anime again when it returns, because I'm interested I want to watch Kuma's backstory in the anime and cry my fucking eyes out. Anyway, very solid chapter. I loved it. I think Elbaf is just incredible so far, so it's keeping the quality train going from Egghead. So yeah, that is about it. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.